Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on this AI for the deer character. So this deer character has three states. One is eating, and one is roaming around, and one is resting. So now the character is roaming around and do some eating and looking around, and also there is a state where he rest, so it comes up randomly. So we will have to wait a bit to activate the sleeping mode or the resting mode. Hope it won't take too much time. Right now he's sleeping, resting, not sleeping. And yeah, and after a bit, maybe like around 20 seconds, he will either re-evaluate what to do. If that state is still resting, he will continue to rest, or otherwise he will get up and do maybe some more eating or roaming around. Okay, now he's done resting. He's roaming around and do some eating. Okay, so right, those are the things that I'm gonna do today. And this episode is sponsored by these generous patrons. Thank you very much for the support you guys are giving me. Right, so at the moment what happens is this deer character just goes into random locations around him without doing anything meaningful. So yeah, today let's see how to do stuff like rest, randomly rest, and then walk somewhere else and eat and again rest. So stuff like that, usual deer stuff, or stack in this case. And yeah, I already have this sleeping animation and rest to back up, and grace idle and idle breathe. Yeah, various animations and shoe. Okay, so let's also this look around animation. Right, so let's see how to put together these animations and create a meaningful deer character. Alright, so first I'm gonna delete this part, this npc move to, and right, now let's create an AI for this stack. AI control AI, let's call it deer. Well, the reason to use the name deer instead of stag is because it's more common. Right, now we need a way to communicate between this character and the AI. So we already have this character moment. Oh, we only have this. So let's add another interface. Let's change this, instead of npc info, ppi npc is thread. Yeah, and oh no, I don't think that's a good idea. let's create a new character, a new blueprint interface. BPI and PC like this. And first I'm gonna promote this one, npc move to event, into a function implemented through the npc interface. So let's npc move, and as the input I need destination and acceptance radius. Float. Right, now let's implement that interface here in the stack character BPI and PC. Now compile and implement npc move through this interface and replace this function. Right, now in the AI idea, right, now here let's create a custom event like this. So actually we can define a behavior tree and make it like a proper AI, but let's just test these events we to implement in a simple manner. So random behavior. Okay, so here let's have a switch on int. Okay, now even now for the integer, let's have random integer max bin. Yeah, let's add, no, let's create a different type of a variable for the deer like this, not just for deer, for all npcs. So we can, yeah, enumeration npc state, right, roaming 18, resting, what else, I think that would be enough. Now here let's have a switch on npc state like this. So here can we get, now let's promote this to a variable npc state like this. Right, now let's see how to implement each of these states. So for roaming, we can just use this npc move. So let's just call npc move and as the destination, what should we give? Let me add reroutes nodes for each of these so we can implement them later. Let me collapse this. Free roam. Now as the target, get controlled for get actor location and random reachable point in radius. So as the radius I'll give 5000 and that's the random location. Acceptance radius as I'll give what kind of a value I gave before. Yeah, let's leave it 300 and then let's have a delay. No, output in here, let's have a delay of, let's say, 10 seconds. Here we need to connect this. I forgot about that. Okay, right. Then also we need functions in the character stack for this eating and resting actions too. So let's go ahead and implement them too. And also let's implement them through this interface so we can communicate between AI class and the character class. So npc eat, and here let's have a parameter. Oh, we don't really need a parameter here. No. Yeah, npc eat, and also we need npc rest. So but for this we need a parameter to start and stop, because here we have this go sleep to go back up and rest to go back up, and also we have this go to rest. So yeah, because of that we need a state to determine whether we are going to sleep or stopping going back from sleep. So start stop, whether we are going to start resting or stop resting. Okay, now here in the stack I'll add eat and pc eat. Oh wait, so for this all we have to do is oh, don't we have it? Grace. We have this. Oh wait, we have this idle grace and idle chew, and also grace once. So these things. Okay, so I guess we also need a parameter to start and stop eating. Okay, now no wait, maybe we don't need this. Let's see. Okay, right, now here Also, let's have a variable called npc state in the type of npc state, right? So when we call the function it set npc state to eating, and when we call this roam set npc state to roaming, and also when we receive rest npc rest, let's set np state to rest, but here only if we receive this to be true. So otherwise I'll set it to something else. Let's see about that. Let's first implement eating. So how does eating should work? Let me collapse this. npc move. npc eat. Right, now here let's have a random, now let's have a switch on an int. So integer is, now wait, we don't need this. So let's convert these to montages. This is idle graze once and idle chew. How long is this? Oh, I don't think we need that. And let's create a montage of this idle look around. Okay, so did we implement montages in the animation blueprint of the stack? I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, we don't. So default slot. Right, now it should work. No, maybe we should apply it before these IK parts. Okay, all right, now here let's have a run, no, play anim montage like this. As the skeletal mesh component, I'll give the DI mesh, stag mesh, and on completed let's have a delay of random Yeah, before that we need to select this montage. Select random float, sorry, random integer. Maximum should be 2. No, maximum should be 3. So we will get either 0, 1 or 2. So we need 3 options. So the first option is grace, and the other option is chewing montage, and the next one is this, as you would have guessed, idle look. So while chewing, so while eating, the character may also look around. And when it is completed, let's have a delay of, let's say, float in range in between 1 and 3, and let's check if we are still eating. So switch, check this switch, and if we are still eating, go back here. That means again do something like eating or chewing or grazing or looking around. Do one of those actions. Okay, now that's NPC eat part. Shall we test these two? Here we need to call now the NPC eat, get controlled pawn NPC eat. Right, and have a delay of 10 seconds. Maybe we can randomize this too. Float in range, something in between 5 and 10. And we haven't implemented resting, so for resting also I'll just use NPC eat and have a delay. And yeah, let's add an input here like this, NPC state, new state. Alright, and then set NPC state as this new state and call this switch. Right, now after this I'll again call the same function. So this is a recursion. Random behavior with state. We can't have a random here. Let's select this using a random integer. Random everywhere. Max is 3. Option 0 is roaming, and option 1 is eating. Option 3 is resting. Alright. Right. Okay, now let's assign this AI controller we just created, AI deer, to this deer class, and let's see what happens. well, nothing. Sorry, I did not call this random behavior anywhere. Let's print this so we can see what this character doing. And let's call this of, let's first have a delay of like 2 seconds, and then random behavior, well, no, let's connect it like this, so it will take care of it. It will be called in 2 seconds. Right, now he's resting, but still we have used eating for resting and roaming. And eat a little bit and roam. Okay, those things are working. Right, now let's implement the other function, rest. So when the character starts to rest, yeah, first before setting this we have to do this, get the internal state. Let me collapse this. Rest, npc rest. If npc state is equal, wait, equal to resting, then we need to first create the resting montages. Here, so we can create it like this. This is where is it? Rest to go back up. This is where is the standing to go to sleep one. Here, go to sleep. Okay, go to rest, create a montage. Let's name this resting. Okay, now here let's add the resting part like this, and here let's, we need 2 sections actually. Sleep, it should start from here, and then from sleep it should be sleeping. That means this sleeping part should be looped, so it will be like, oh sorry, this should be here, right? And also let's add this get rest to go back up also here. New montage section, back up, back up, right. Okay, now in here, wait, no need to have this. We need to set we need to call play anim montage. The montage is rest montage, and we have to select this starting section name based on this condition. If we are already resting, then we don't need to go to rest. So that means we have to start this montage from the sleep section. Sleep. Otherwise, we have to go to sleep. So we should start from the default section like this, and then set npc state to resting. If the stop is being called, then we should play the same resting montage with back up section. Okay, now here in the AI idea for resting, we can simply call npc rest like this with the true. So now I think if we are, let me disconnect this here, because if we are free roaming, it is okay to have 5 to 10 second delay. No, yeah, maybe 5 to 6 second delay. But if we are 18, we should have a larger wait time. So let's say 10 to 15 seconds. And if we are sleeping, we should have a even more larger wait time. So let's say 15 to 20 seconds. Right, and we don't need this one here. Okay, so now then when we change the random behavior, so we should, if so where do we call this rest with the false? So that's here. Before we set the new npc state, we need to check if this new state is not equal to the current state. right? And then we should have this same switch here too. If we are eating, we don't have to do anything. If we are roaming, also we don't have to do anything. But if we were, oh wait, we should call this only if this is true. Otherwise just continue like this. But if we were resting, we should call stop rest. We need more space. Stop rest and have a delay of 3 seconds, and yeah, so this should be false. Alright, now let's see. The character is eating and looking around. And roaming. And again eating. And roaming. Wait, doesn't he ever rest? Again eating. Wait, let's check. Why don't we get resting? Is there a reason not to get rest? I don't think so. Alright, he's resting now. Okay. Actually, I paused the video until I found a moment that he is going to rest. Now he should be waiting. Okay, now he is stopped resting and roaming. Again he is resting. And the thing about our procedural animation system is, even if the character is resting in this angled surface, the body is perfectly aligned with the surface. So that's a advantage of the procedural animation system we have implemented. He's eating and eating while roaming and resting. Yeah, cool. Okay, so I think we can stop this episode right here. And yeah, after implementing this, also we need to implement running away from threats, and then also how to implement a herd of DS. Like maybe there is something like a leading character, and when that leading character goes somewhere, the other members of the herd will be following him. So right, they will stick together always. So something like that I want to implement next. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. So as always, the project files will be available for the download through the Patreon page, and the link would be in the description below. And also, if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. So thanks for watching. See you in another episode. Goodbye.